We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Burrow to throw right away. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. Now it's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to his giant Jalen Hyatt. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw.
No PI?
Wind up incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Tracy going to get it on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The Giants in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 11. Open man is the rookie, Theo Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. We're scoreless after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion, Slayton. Third down, here's Tracy. Fights loose. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They'll go again with Tracy. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. From the 3, second and a yard. On to give, it's Tracy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Burrow will throw. It got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase.
I was in the middle fucking adjusting, but
and the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They're going to look to throw. He has Hyatt over the middle. And bulldozing his way through. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10. In motion left goes Allen. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Hyatt has got him. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
In motion comes the tight end left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they kick. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Jamie Gillendown, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll buy some time right. A short throw there pulled in by all. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets it.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Kayvon Thibodeau able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Going deep here for Allen. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Deontay Banks with it. Down the right sideline. He may go. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 69 yards. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
About time. God damn. I was wondering when you want to play for real. Come on now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And running with power here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by Neighbors. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Here's Tracy. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Oren Burks. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Back to throw here. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Burrow will throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing up.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now it's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. Finding space at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Burrow, sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receiver...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That's complete to Slayton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. Down to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! Malik Neighbors, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.